revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Wait a minute. What? We have one more segment?
Yeah, Eric tried to close down the show after that last segment. But of course, once you've interviewed Holly, what else is there to do? Apparently that is it. So we're gonna finish the show. We thought we almost gave Eric a break since he was done, but we decided to keep him around. So we're gonna start the show and end the show all in one segment. How about that?
Good.
Now, when you come up with an amazing idea for a product or service, you think, okay, if I build it, they will come, right? I create my website. I've got my handouts. I've got my business cards. It's all good. The customers are just going to, every time I tell somebody about it, each person's going to buy. They're going to tell 10 friends.
I got news for you. That's Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams. That's it.
That is it, right? So often we build it, but it can seem like crickets when it comes to actually customers coming into the door. Not enough people have heard about us. Not enough people are catching on to what it is that we're offering, and not enough people are creating word of mouth marketing. So how do we conjure all of that up? How do we create that? How do we let the world know that we are so awesome and bring them into our mix? Well, grasshopper.com has a couple of tips for us.
All right. Number one, be a genuine resource. You know a lot about your industry, right? That's why you do what you do. If you are a respected resource, people are going to pay attention every time you release something new. They're going to respect your opinion, be more likely to give your product a shot, and even get excited about side projects you're taking on. But you got to be a resource for those people.
Right? So it's not always about the one thing that you provide, but all those other people in your friend circle, your friends, your relatives, associates, neighbors, the people that you're connected to, the products you've tried in the past. You are a resource for everything. I remember when we started Experience Pros, we were completely networked. We had an incredible network of associates. So anytime somebody wanted something, they would call me. Angel, do you know a dog walker? Do you know an intellectual property lawyer? Do you know a publicist? Do you know a web designer? Those were not things that we did.
Right.
But I wanted, anytime you thought of something, I wanted you thinking of me, because that kept my brand top of mind. So make sure that you are a resource for others, not just your own product.
There you go.
How about this? Make sure that you are joining and signing up for meetup groups, networking groups, trade associations, where your target audience, your power partners, people who have the same customer base as you, are hanging out. So that way you get known in the city. You've got to go out. You've got to network. And I know it seems so easy that you can just sit behind your computer and join groups, on LinkedIn, or join groups on, social media.
That's not going to grow your business, though.
You've actually got to go out and do some face-to-face networking.
Here's an interesting one. It says, give out promo codes and samples. And it starts with, it's a popular tactic to give out promo codes and samples and discount and things like that. Angel and I are not big fans of discounting, because it cheapens who you are and what you do. But what you can do is give samples of what you do, so that it doesn't cost you a significant portion, but it does give somebody a taste, a relative. I used to work at Starbucks, and they required us to sample 200 samples every day. And if you think about that, you think, well, that's a lot of samples you're giving out. Yes, but they sell.
It's interesting. I heard somebody just tell me, and I don't have anything to back this up, it's one story, but he says that when a grocery store has a bakery in the business, like inside the grocery store, that the bakery itself isn't profitable.
That's right. It loses money.
However, a grocery store that has a bakery is more profitable than a grocery store that doesn't offer a bakery. So even though it's a loss leader, and a lot of times that's what these samples can be, right? A loss leader, just to get people to try it, to try something new, to add something into their cart that they wouldn't have added before. And so look for those. How about branding your vehicle? You want to let the world know that you exist putting your brand all over your vehicle, especially if you drive a lot. Landscapers, construction companies, your sales team, they're out and about. I think a lot of times we think, okay, well, they have to have a car and the branded car out of necessity. But what about just your sales team? What about, even if you don't have, you don't necessarily have a fleet car because you do all your business in-house,
right? There's
still a great benefit.
Well, and it's not expensive to brand your vehicle. You can get a window vinyl for, $100 for the back window of your car. And it is great branding. There is one piece of advice. If you decide to brand your vehicle.
What's that?
You should obey the law. Don't speed. Don't get frustrated with people. Don't initiate road rage. You just
where you go, your brand follows.
Yes.
Right. And I guess if you have sketchy driving habits,
yes,
then branding your car might not be the best thing, but you could just improve your driving habits. How about that? How about this? Have a great video that kind of catches people's attention and introduces people to your business. You remember the Dollar Shave Club?
Best videos ever.
Right? They had one of the most wildly successful introduction videos ever. 12,000 people signed up for the service after seeing the video. 11 million views and counting at whatever time this video or this article was written. And you don't need tens of thousands of dollars in your marketing budget. That video cost them $4,500. Now, you think, okay, that's a lot for a video that you're banking on. Now, it was catchy. It had so go back and study that.
You bet.
Because it had all the elements required in order to make it for an amazing video, from the headline to the elements, to their story, to the big picture, and how amazingly easy it is to buy their product. And so study that, because it is a case study. If 12,000 people wanted to sign up for your product because of the video that you just put out that cost you $4,500, would you spend $5,000 to make $1 million?
All day long.
Right? I think they actually just sold the company too for over $1 billion.
Gee, willikers.
Right? We're talking about ways that you can let the world know about your business. Are you speaking? Are you going to conferences? Do you have trade show booths? Is your brand everywhere, so that everywhere your customer turns around, they say, I see you everywhere? If they say, I've never heard of you, you got some splaining to do.
Listener Devin says, go tell it on the mountain. Well, closest thing is this microphone. Use it and we'll help you. Angel and I will be back tomorrow, for real this time. Thank you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talk.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.